All right, Marlo here from Marlo Madness Motors. Here is, if people don't know, my 1983 Yamaha SRV540, which I have been dragging my butt on. I am still in the middle of a track replacement. That is the original track on the sled. The only thing holding it in there now is the main drive, which is underneath here. You can see it. What needs to happen to get it out of there yet is to remove this case, which has oil in it. You have to try to catch the oil somehow. And then there's a sprocket here and a sprocket here connected with a chain. So you need to loosen that off here, remove the bottom sprocket, then the drive can slide out that way and then back down, because I've already disassembled it on this side over here, back in there. So it goes, we push it from right to left to get it out, and then you can drop the track out. The track that I got to replace it is used as well. It's got some wear, it's got some chunks out of it, but it's not near as bad or near as old as the old original on the sled. And I just was trying to see, make sure if it actually fits in there and rides it, because it's different lugs inside and stuff, to make sure what really matters is that it's the proper length, which I'm sure it is, and the proper pitch. I'm not 100% sure what they were referring to when they call for pitch. I think it's the amount of distance between these holes here, which is where your drive cogs reach into to drive. So I know this works now. So now I need to remove the drive and try the drive in there and make sure the drive works in there and meets the holes every time and whatnot. And then we'll know we're good. But I got to get the old one out first. Yeah, I will bring you back when that happens. Peace. Okay, so we got that off. There was more bolts than what I figured. There was almost no oil in there. The gasket looks okay. When I go to put it back together, I'll just put some gasket sealer on there. Here's the cover. It came off that way. There's some shorter and longer bolts in there, so I can't leave this open too long or I might forget where the longer and shorter ones go. I don't know what the purpose of that short one was down there. Maybe to keep that one, see, this has got to come off. So you got to loosen this off, which shouldn't be too bad, to get tension off the chain, and then you can get at that bolt. Or I might try to loosen the bolt first. What's that look like? Looks like at least a 15 millimeter. There's a 15 right here. Oh, excuse me. Let's see. Nope, not a 15. Not your mama. Definitely smaller. There's a 13 here. I got a 12 on the ratchet already. Maybe it's even a 12. Not a 13. Great. So, do I have a 14? This is a strange set. 17, 11, 13, 16. Mix and mash here. I'll bring you back. All right, here we go. It's 14. Now we're gonna put you in the stand. See if I can do this without screwing up. Wasn't too bad. I need to position you somewhere where you can see, and where I'm not gonna knock you over and end up wrecking my phone. This is what we're recording. Can you see? Not really, eh? Now you might not be able to see very well there, but I'm going to try this. Ratchet the 12 off. I'm going to try to loosen that first. Loosen this bolt on the sprocket first. Hold the brake. I don't want to stick anything in the teeth, obviously. Wouldn't happen to be reversed like that. No. Get that off. That has something to hold that. Maybe I need to put something on here so I can hold this to hold that. That's pretty big. I don't know. That's what she said. Oh, here's a 21 millimeter. Let's see if that goes on there. No, not even close. I don't want to damage the sprocket. I don't want to damage. Actually, I don't want to damage anything in there because it'd be a pain in the ass to fix it, replace. But I don't know what I'm going to do to make that work. So I'm thinking maybe I can hold this with one to get that loose, and then I'll loosen this off. This tightens this here, so you need to loosen this off so that get slack on the chain to get it off. So because I need that bottom sprocket off to be able to do this. I don't know, I'll have to think about it. I'll bring you back when I got a solution. Thanks for watching. Alright, so here we are, a little bit later, a couple of days actually. I did manage to get that bolt loose down the bottom. What I ended up doing was a little bit of quick research on YouTube. YouTube saves me again. What I actually had to do was come around to the left side, handlebars. This is the brake right here, and this is a brake lock, an emergency brake. See how it just popped up there? So all I had to do was engage the brake and put this down like that, and that locked it hard enough that I could turn the bolt loose on the bottom. So next step is to get that chain out of there. Well, not even the whole chain maybe, but to get the remove this bolt, take the sprocket out, which is already noticeably loose because I loosened the bolt, and I'm going to loosen this tension off too first probably, so I have lots of slack on the chain and I can pick the sprocket off, and then that dry axle that's underneath there can go out and I can drop the track. We'll see how it goes. I'm not going to film it because I really could use an actual camera person to do that. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it, and I'll bring it back and tell you how it went. Alright, here we go again. In true Marlowe fashion, the madness is still here. Okay, I got the sprocket out. I have the shaft out almost, except for, you can see it right there in the middle of the screen, it's still there. I can't shove it over anymore to get it to slip out without spreading the tunnel. I think the tunnel must be in a little bit, if you know what I mean. Like it should have been out wider by about 1/2 inch to 1 inch. So what I really need is a spreader clamp to go in the tunnel and spread it out. So what we got, see, we got that has to come out, and we are all the way over. We're all the way over to the far side here, right there. Can't go over anymore, and we still need to go out more to get that out of there. Now we can drop the track. So I need to find a clamp that I can put between the tunnel from here to there and spread the whole tunnel by about maybe 3/4 inch to 1 inch. I got lots of clamps, but none that will reverse and work inside that tunnel. So I have to go find another one. I'll have to buy one, I guess. And we'll update you again when something new comes up. Okay, wow. This is days later. Actually, probably a month later in the video. And we ended up having to do, my freaking light off here, is removing the rest of the chain case, which is over there on the bench. And then it was still really tight to get that shaft out. I struggled for a long time. There's no way I wanted to show you that on video, but there's the hole that it came out of. And here it is here. This is the final drive. This is the final drive. It goes in the machine this way. This is the chain case side. This side here needs another. I wrecked the bearing, I think, getting it off here, so I gotta get another bearing at the minimum. But what the biggest problem was, is I just couldn't get enough slide this way to get it out, or this way. I finally wrangled it enough so I could just get it really close going this way. And then I actually put this bar here, which has got like a spreader under it, to spread the tunnel just enough that I could just pinch the drive shaft out of that hole down there. It's out. The new track is in. I'm not ready to put the drive in yet. I gotta go get some parts. And but I do want to tell you that there is a right way and a wrong way to put the track in. Tracks are directional. So if you see that arrow on the track, this is considered a top-sided track, and it has to be pointing forward so that you have the right rotation on the track once you get everything all assembled. I'm trying to save this video and make it all one so that when I can show you when it's all done, but it's just taking me way too long. I'm gonna have to come back to it. I'm sorry, but yeah, it's taking me way too long. So this is where we are right now. This video is going to be, I think, part 4. It's been taking me forever. But the good news is the shaft is out. And I can now deal with the shaft. There's a couple collars, some collars on here that's actually supposed to hold these wheels in place. And they're supposed to slide over here and lock. And then when you want to remove the shaft, you're supposed to be able to loosen them off, slide them over, so these wheels will slide over. And the same with this wheel, slide it over. But these collars are supposed to have set screws in them, and they don't. I don't know, I might take the whole thing to my dealer and see if he can do that little bit of fixing up, just so that I know it's good. Because these supposed to be set screw in it like this to hold it. I couldn't get this one loose. I don't need it loose actually right now. I could, in fact, because they were running it this way. The guy who had it before me was running it this way. I could actually just slide it back in and call it good. But I think I want to try to get at least get another bearing and get a couple set screws to fit in there. Yeah. I don't know, I might even just take it to my local mechanic. He's a good friend of mine. He may have a couple set screws laying there. But I think I need another bearing because I did mash that bearing a little bit trying to get enough leeway to get it out. I don't even know what I did with it now. It's laying here somewhere. My mass of freaking parts, I tell you. Oh, here it is. Yeah, see, I mashed it right there, so it should have a new bearing. It still turns good. But I don't want to take a chance on that. I got to get another bearing for there. It was stuck on the shaft. I had to get my puller in there to get it out. It actually went, it's going to be dark here, down in here. And I had to get my big puller in there to pull it off. It didn't come off hard, just getting the puller in there. What a pain. What a pain, folks. Old machines that haven't been apart for decades, they're always going to be something. But soon, well, I don't think we're not going to get enough snow. There's our snow right there. That's our snow. Most of it melted away. And I don't think we're going to get enough to ride around here anyway. So I got time to put this together. And I will, a piece at a time. I got to get this back together so I can move it around and have more room in my shipping container shop here. So it's a project and it's got to go. So we got to keep at it. All right, folks. Marlo Minjaw here from Marlo Madness Motors signing off. See you next time. Yeah.